Everyone, it's Melissa with another craft activity for you. Today I thought I would show you how to make tissue paper sun catchers. This is a really cool activity for all ages, child through adult, and it only requires a few items that you probably already have at your house. The first is a piece of construction paper. For today, I just have a white piece of kind of thicker construction paper. You can use printer paper if you'd like, but I would recommend going towards a thicker paper, like a construction paper or cardstock. The next thing you're going to need is a stencil to cut out. I have here one that I made. It's a flower shape, but you can really use any shape you want. You can do letters, you can do shapes, you can do pictures. Whatever you feel like doing is totally fine. You're going to need a pair of scissors to cut out your stencil. If you are doing this with young children, please use children's scissors or cut the shape out for them. You're also going to need tissue paper. I took this fun polka dotted tissue paper I had and I cut it into little squares. They don't have to be perfectly square, and you can use really whatever colors you want. You can use multiple colors, you can use one color, you can cut them into whatever shapes you want. And I just put them in an empty yogurt container to kind of make sure I can just easily grab them. And then the last thing you're going to need is clear contact paper, and I just have a roll of it here that I'm going to cut to my size. So once you have all of your materials ready, you are all set to get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is to take your construction paper and your stencil. You're going to trace out the stencil on your construction paper and then cut it out. I've already done this off camera, so I actually already have a flower shape out of white construction paper. And the next thing you're going to do is actually cut out the inside of this shape. This is going to be the, border shape of your design. So I'm going to have a white border for my flower. And what you're going to do is just cut out the inside. You're going to want to leave about 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, however thick you want it, outline on the inside. And that's where you're going to end up putting your tissue paper colors. So let's get started with that. So I finished cutting out my shape and I went in and kind of readjusted all the inside points so that they're about even. It doesn't have to be perfect. Now what I'm going to want to do is move my scissors and take my contact paper and my, outline is what I'm going to call this, my paper outline. And I'm going to want to cut enough contact paper to cover both sides of the outline. Now my shape and my contact paper are enough of the right sizes that I just have to cut out one strip of contact paper and I can fold it in half and it'll be enough to cover the whole shape. So that's what I'm going to do, is just cut out that strip and then cut it in half, and we'll go on from there. Alright, so I have my 2 pieces of contact paper. What I'm going to do is just set one aside for right now because I'm only going to be working with one at a time. I'm going to take my stencil shape, my outline shape, and I'm going to want to put it on one piece of contact paper. So this is probably the trickiest part, is getting the contact paper off of the sheet and then putting the stencil on it without any bumps. My suggestion for you is, if you are using a shape like mine where it's spiky, it's got a lot of points, is that you do it gradually, just so that you can make sure you don't have any bumps in the paper. And the really nice thing about using construction paper or a thicker paper as opposed to a computer paper is that it's a lot more, the contact paper is a lot more forgiving with the construction paper and thicker paper. So for example, I actually managed to do this okay, but if I needed to adjust, like there was a bubble or something like that that was folded, I can actually gently pull up the piece of construction paper. If you were to use a piece of white computer paper, it would be thinner and it would probably rip the paper. So now that I've done that, I am ready to take my tissue paper and get started putting down the squares of tissue paper. Alright, so I'm going to take my tissue paper. I'm going to take a couple out of my yogurt container so they're easy to grab. And this is the point where you can start to get kind of artistic with it. If you're using different colors or different shapes or something like that, you can kind of plan out how you want to put this down. Once you put the tissue paper down, you can take it off of the contact paper It's a little bit harder to do than a thicker piece of paper. Like I said before, it'll probably rip a little bit, but if you're okay with that, go for it. What I'm going to do, I think, is kind of put it probably a little more willy-nilly, just because my tissue paper is just polka dotted and it's not all cut the same, so nothing is uniform, I guess. But really, you can do whatever you want. So I'm going to take it, and in this case, my tissue paper is one-sided. It's a lot clearer, the colors on one side than the other. So I'm going to make sure to put down my, I guess, darker side on the bottom so that it shows more on the other side, and you'll see what I mean in a second. Alright, so I put a couple pieces down, and you can see, if I pick it up, this is the darker side, and then this is the lighter side. What I'll probably do is, when I'm done doing one side, I'll put a few pieces sitting upright so that when I put my second piece of contact paper on, there's some on the other side that are darker as well. But for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and put down all of my pieces of tissue paper. Something to know if you're doing this and you don't want your tissue paper to go over the edges of your outline, and they can if you want, again, totally up to you, whatever you want to do. You can take the edges and kind of fold them back like that so that they're not overlapping the edge of the outline. It's up to you if you want to do that extra step or not. When you go to put the other piece of contact paper, everything that you see from the edge of the outline in will remain in your sun catcher. So just as a heads up. All right, so let's get the rest of this tissue paper on. Alright, so you can see I've completely filled in my outline, and what I did at the end was I put some tissue paper, like I said, facing upwards, so that it'll show through on the back side. And I'm not going to pick this up or move it around a lot right now because the tissue paper that's on the top layer is not very secure. What I am going to do is take my second piece of contact paper and lay it very carefully over the top of my design. And this is kind of a tricky part too, because you need to do it in such a way that it's not going to grab onto everything. So just my suggestion is, see, you can already see it's grabbing pieces of tissue paper, is to just do this very slowly. Basically, what you're going to want to do is just make sure that it is completely pressed down with no bumps between the edges of your outline. So you can see I have kind of a bump out here that I peeled back because it was over on top of my outline. And this is the part where contact paper is pretty forgiving in that you can actually, if you can get a grip on them, pull the pieces up and reposition them a little bit. I don't recommend trying to do it for the whole thing because if you pull it back, you might rip up your tissue paper. But there's the back. Here's the front. So the last thing we need to do is just to cut out the outline out of the contact paper. Okay, so this is my finished sun catcher. There's the back and the front. Now you can do a couple different things at this point. You can punch a hole in your design and string through it to hang in your window. You can also just place it in your window, or if you want to use tape or something like that to put it in your window, go for it. If you don't want to punch holes in your design, I totally get it. But that is how you make a tissue paper sun catcher. Alright, so that is my finished sun catcher. I think mine is going to end up in my kitchen window because that's where I get the most light in my house. But I can show you with the window behind me. It really does filter light in, which is kind of neat. And if you're using different colors of tissue paper or more layers or anything like that, you will see that as the sun comes through it. So that's pretty neat. This is definitely one of my more favorite projects just because it is so easy and it's mess-free, which is always good. And you really can do it for all ages. Like I said earlier, if you wanted to make letters and spell something out to put in your window, that would be kind of cool. You can use different shapes, you can make different pictures. It's just a really fun activity to do, and it's done with really simple materials. So that's it for today, for today's craft video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.